So shall we do this? Hey everyone, welcome and good evening. Well, let me just check to make sure this is all working here. Obviously a different setup than I'm used to, but let me just check. Okay, I think you can hear me. Wait, that's the main thing. Okay. Hey everyone, thanks for being here. I am Canuck Clay. I am the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary live from Helsingborg, Sweden. It is 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning. I believe it's Friday night at 10. I tried to time it properly, and I can't wait to catch up with all of you. Let me do a quick intro. As you can see from the timing on there, I put tentative schedule, so guys like Jasker and Matt don't get on my case if I'm not on time. So I'm going to say hello, welcome all of you for a few minutes. Then I will talk for about 10 to 15 minutes on the last 24 hours. It has been a crazy ordeal. We'll do 50 minutes of Canucks talk, including Andrei Kuzmenko, and then a bit of Ask Me Anything. You can ask me about my trip or whatever, and then I will wrap up. So I am in Sweden. I'd love to know where you're coming from. I'd love to see that in the chat. So let's write that in the chat right away. As people file in, we'll give people a couple minutes to file in, but I would love to, I'd love to acknowledge where all of you are coming from tonight. And thanks for everyone being here. So we got Coach Rob in Esquimalt. I know Tigers in Australia, Fangirls up in northern BC. NHL Canucks, I'm gone for 2 weeks actually. I'm back on June the 30th. By the way, is the connection okay? You know, I'm using a different webcam. Obviously, I didn't bring my nice camera. I'm using a lapel microphone as opposed to a USB mic, so hopefully you can hear me okay, and hopefully I don't get any complaints from the person next door. Yes, the Golden State Warriors win. Edmund says hi, hello Tiger. Lucas from Vancouver, home of the Vancouver Canucks. Yes, looks and sounds good. Thanks, Coach Rob. Jonas, in the middle of Sweden. That is awesome. And you guys are saying, and then Riley's here. That is great. Awesome. I'm so glad you guys are here. This is obviously very impromptu. I wanted to make sure that this works, so it's ready for Canucks After Dark. Gonna do that. And I figure with the time change, it's not too bad actually. 7 a.m. is fine here, and that's what time I get up for work. So I will likely keep my Sunday night live stream as you see on there, where it says next live stream Sunday at 10 p.m. By the way, I've been using Pacific Standard Time. I just realized we're in Pacific Daylight Time, so PDT is my next live stream is this Sunday at 10. Carol's in Penticton. Nice to see you, Carol. And Sidhu Reaction Club. Nice to see you as well. Okay, let's get going. I'll do my intro, and then I will explain what's going on here. So hi. I'm in Sweden, and I love it. I want to say thanks to my moderators in advance. If something is racist, sexist, homophobic, ableist, spam, swearing, or in another language, delete it, time the person out. But let's not ban anyone from the channel, as we've seen in the past. Sometimes people just have some off days. So moderators, thank you in advance, and thank you, Coach Rob, for the message, and Justin, always nice to see you as well. And Joel's coming to Sweden in 2 weeks. That's awesome. So moderators, thank you. Sponsors, Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. You see the link, performandtransform.ca/CanuckClay. A couple of the members here have joined recently, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to try to work out when I'm here, at least exercise, get some steps in for sure. By the way, if I talk about this volume, can you guys hear me okay? Because I don't want to shout too loud. Obviously, I'm in a hotel, so just let me know if I talk about this volume, even though I feel a little bit reserved because it's 7 a.m. Let me know if this volume works for all of you. Van City Experts, Jason Lim and his team. Thanks to everyone. Thanks for the feedback. Jason Lim and his team, appreciate them. Contact them for all of your real estate needs. Gassy Jack Art, I have no Gassy Jack Art to point to. And then Monkey 9 Brewing as well, my eternal sponsor. Okay. Members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, and then Hall of Fame members Jens 95, simalexander, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, Hsmfangirl Gaming, smoovegroove, and Carol Bovenlander. Thanks to all of you. Thanks Franchise. Thanks All Star. Don't forget, I'm switching things up for July the 1st. I'll work on that while I'm here. And yeah, and I'll make sure that I give you guys plenty of notice for that. Once again, explaining all the tiers. But thanks for your support, no matter what member level you are. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or my videos on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Okay, finally, no matter where you're watching from, whether you're back home in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, or you are here in the beautiful country of Sweden or anywhere else, thank you for being here. I do not take you for granted. I know that you could be doing, watching, really doing anything else, yet you are here with me for this impromptu live stream, and I really appreciate you very truly, so thank you. We are building the best Canucks community here on YouTube. I'm convinced of that. We are slowly crawling towards 10K. I'm excited for that. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. Like the video, like the fact that we're together, like the fact that maybe Andrei Kuzmenko is going to sign with the Vancouver Canucks, like the fact that I'm in Sweden and I'm still able to stream, and like the fact that Jacob will get his bowling balls one day and we will all relax, and I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, give the video a like, make sure you've subscribed if you haven't subscribed already, and as always, you don't have to do this, but I always appreciate any type of, if you want to give donations, or if you want to leave tips or super thanks on my videos, I appreciate that as well. Okay, you see the schedule, so just so you know, I will do my intro now. I did the intro, I'll do the story of our trip, then we'll do some Canucks and NHL talk, some Ask Me Anything, and then wrap up. No Gordo, Ordo, or Wordle. I don't have a double screen, and at least with what I'm using, it's not easy simply just to, no, I can't actually show another screen on this stream. So we'll have to do without the Ordle, Gordo, and Wordle for a couple weeks, but I'm sure that you guys can do that, on your own time. Oh, and Raymond says he's not deaf. Oh, and D'Angelo is here. Hey, D'Angelo, congratulations on your confirmation. Beautiful day last week. Yeah, D'Angelo, Tuesday was confirmation, and then today, and on Thursday, 2 days later, I was off to Sweden because Jacob is bowling in a world championship, and World Junior Bowling Championship, D'Angelo. And then Sidhu, to answer your question, yeah, I'm planning on staying up or going to sleep, then getting up to watch the finals for sure. Okay, so I'll just show you really quickly. Here's my hotel room. I have a roommate, but he's not here yet. That's part of my story. So they put the beds pretty close together, but I was able to put a little bit of separation between them. But it's not a bad sized room for Europe, actually. So you see TV, my suitcase, washroom behind me. So that's my setup right now, and I have my other computer as my monitor type thing. So I'm watching the stream here, and then I'm using this microphone, obviously. So no ring light, no nice Sony camera, no nice microphone, just me and my webcam, and then my new lapel mic that I bought just for this trip, and that's why and how I am streaming right now. Okay, allow me to go for about 10 minutes or so uninterrupted, and then I will go over to you. Jacob is here. He made the team, as we know, to Team Canada bowling in the World Championships in a town here called Helsingborg, very nice port town in southwest Sweden. That's why I'm here, and you guys know that already. And we were blessed to have Jacob on the stream on Sunday night. Thursday morning, we were supposed to fly out of Vancouver at, what time were we supposed to fly out? At 11? No, sorry. I'm in my head. Yeah, we were supposed to fly out at 8:30. That's what it was. Fly out at 8:30, connect in Toronto, and then make our way to Copenhagen, take a train to our hotel. That was the initial plan. We wake up to a message on Thursday morning saying our flight is being delayed by 3 hours out of Vancouver. Okay, but of course now we are going to miss our connector in Toronto to Copenhagen. Not the end of the world. People miss connections all the time. So we go to the airport. We check in. Actually, before we check in, the Air Canada person that greeted us, we checked in online. So just so you know, there's me, there's my son Jacob, and then another kid named Adam who's also on the team. So of the 4 boys, 2 of them are from BC, Jacob and Adam, and then we have 2, one from Quebec and one from Ontario. So nice representation. So it was me, Jacob, and Adam. The person at the Air Canada person said, no, you should actually call, use the white phone and call and book a new flight out of Toronto to Copenhagen. So okay, I went to the white phone, was on hold for about 10 minutes. I said, no, this is ridiculous. So I went to the check-in, and you might have saw me, do a quick vlog about this. We were a little bit frustrated, but we certainly weren't upset at anyone. Traveling, this is our first time traveling internationally in 3 years. We knew it wasn't gonna be smooth. So there's 12 agents. I happened to get this one. It turns out she's Japanese. She lives in Steveston. Her kids go to McMath. She's around the same age as me. We have mutual friends. She saw my last name of Emol, and she was asking me questions about it. All to say, she was so nice to us, and we were joking around. I name dropped my ex-girlfriend who I dated before Gail, who used to work for Air Canada. So then she messaged me later, but that's another story. It was all legit. But in essence, this lady, Jenny, helped me, Jacob, and Adam get onto an earlier flight now. So our original flight was supposed to be at basically 11 o'clock. Then, no, about 10 o'clock. Then it got pushed to 1 o'clock. And then she got us on a one that left at 11:30 or 12, would at least give us a better chance of making our connecting flight. So awesome. So me, Jacob, and Adam fly out of Vancouver, get to Toronto. While we're on the plane, we find out that the Toronto flight is going to be delayed by 2 hours. So even better, more time to make the connection. So we get to Toronto, we meet the rest of the team, well, most of the team, I'll get to that in a second. And then we have a nice dinner. I watch the Golden State-Boston final game, Game 6. And then, or was it Game 5? Whatever it was, Game 6. And then our Toronto flight kept getting delayed, It was supposed to leave at 9. It ends up leaving at 1 a.m. So 4 hours later than it was supposed to. So technically, if we had gone on our original Vancouver flight, we would have made the Toronto connector anyways. But obviously, better safe than sorry. So this is where the second funky part of it. So we're already delayed Vancouver, Toronto, no big deal. But then the 4th coming from Montreal, 2 bowlers and 2 parents, they actually, unfortunately, their Montreal flight gets canceled. So they can't fly into Toronto, they can't meet us in Copenhagen, they're not on the same flight. So that was kind of a bummer. And to this day, because of the difficulty, I don't know where there are storms or where there are bad weather, they have had trouble getting out of Montreal to Copenhagen. So they're not showing up until Monday. So that's who my roommate's gonna be. So I guess I have this room for another weekend, for another 2 nights. So maybe I can stream some more, okay? Because if he's here, I just gotta tell him that I'm gonna be streaming at 7 a.m. sometimes. No big deal. Okay, so we get to Copenhagen. Jacob and I are sitting, we were in the middle section, but there's no one between us if you saw my picture, so we were very blessed that way. Got some decent rest on the plane. Then, 3-hour time change, obviously Vancouver to Toronto, 6-hour time change from Toronto to Copenhagen, Sweden, Denmark and Sweden. Basically 9 hours difference. That's why it's my 7 a.m. here, it's your 10 p.m. there, those of you that are watching from Vancouver. Then we get to Copenhagen, and we're in the baggage claim for 2 hours. 2 hours waiting. Then finally, after changing carousels a couple times, all our bags start coming up, except one of the coach's suitcase doesn't come up. And then my worst nightmare, Jacob's bowling balls and Adam's bowling balls do not arrive. We fill out a lost luggage form. Jacob, and remember I vlogged about being patient and being proactive, not reactive, and not losing it. This was really frustrating. I can deal with delays and misconnections, but I can't deal with incompetence. And for someone in Toronto to forget to load a cart of 55 bags, so it wasn't just Jacob's bowling balls, 55 luggages did not make it onto the Toronto plane. So now, calling Air Canada, filling out forms, with Jacob's bowling balls, hopefully, I'm hoping that they arrive today or tomorrow. And I'll get to the schedule in a second. So if they come today or tomorrow, we're okay. Anything after that, it gets a little dicey. Jacob, to his credit, he's not too stressed, he's not too upset, because what can you do? We can't do anything. It's not like we can fly back to Toronto and find them. We just got to let the process take care of itself. So that was really frustrating, but it was a good lesson for us in letting go and letting God, so to speak. For those of you who are religious, you kind of hear that a little bit. Okay, so delayed out of Vancouver, delayed out of Toronto. No bowling balls for Jacob and Adam. Then we get to the hotel. We take a sub. We took 2 trains. We get to the hotel in Helsingborg, beautiful hotel. And then my room's there. The other parent, who's staying with me. So our room is here at that hotel, and then the other parent from Montreal, his room's there. But the 6 rooms for the bowlers and coaches, they're not there. So we try to figure out. It turns out that this elite hotels, they have 2 hotels here in Sweden. Thankfully, there's only 3 minutes apart. It's a 3-minute walk. All the coaches and athletes were booked in one hotel, but then the information we were given was the name of the other hotel. So of course we didn't know any better. We booked at that hotel that we were supposed to, and then it turns out it was the wrong name. It was the wrong hotel given to us. Again, not the end of the world, but not the smoothest. So I said to Jacob, look, either stay at that other hotel, and we're 5 minutes apart, or if it's no cost, would you like me to stay in the same hotel as you? And he said, yeah, I prefer you stay with me, even though we're not staying in the same room. He's staying with another bowler. And I said, no problem. So to their credit, the hotel was able to switch us, and then at the same rate, and then we're actually 5 minutes closer to the bowling alley now. So that was that. So all to say, and so it's Saturday morning now. After we're done here, I'm going to go down to eat breakfast, and then we're probably going to sightsee a little bit. This is the schedule. Tomorrow, Sunday, is an informal practice day. Monday, the 20th, is the formal practice day. So, if Jacob doesn't have his ball for tomorrow, his bowling balls for tomorrow, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's an informal practice day. I would love him if they were here by Monday for his formal practice day, Monday the 20th. Tuesday the 21st, the tournament starts with girls singles. Do I have that right? Tuesday the 21st is girls singles. I have it right here. And then I'll be sharing all the links for those that you want to watch live. Yeah. So Tuesday the 21st is girls singles. Wednesday the 22nd, my birthday, June 22nd, is men's singles. So that's Jacob's first day. And then there's also one other day where he doesn't bowl, which is the Friday the 24th, which is women's doubles. So technically, of the 9 days, June 21 to 29, Jacob bowls in 7 of them, but he doesn't bowl on day 1, which is Tuesday, women's singles, and day 4, Friday, which is women's doubles. So all to say, if his bowling balls don't arrive by tomorrow's informal practice, no big deal. If they don't get here by Monday, the formal practice, that's a little bit dicey, but then at least he's not starting on Tuesday. At least he actually starts on Wednesday. So if I had to, I could actually get him to the bowling alley, maybe at the end of Monday or Tuesday, so he can get some practice in. Okay, friends, there we go. Yeah, and at least the border was fine, no customs issues. So basically 28 hours after waking up to get our first flight, we made it to the hotel. Mind you, the wrong hotel, but now I'm here. I am grateful. Thank you for listening to me chat for the last 10 minutes. So let's just go. I say Canucks and NHL talk, and then ask me anything. We can blend them together. Basically, for the next 20 to 25 minutes, I'll answer anything and everything. So it can be Canucks related. It can be trip related. And the biggest thing Canucks-wise, as we know, Andrei Kuzmenko, the highly touted free agent Russian forward from the KHL, he made his final stop. He was getting wined and dined in Vancouver yesterday, posting pictures downtown, and he's supposed to make his decision in the next week. 26-year-old forward, second highest scorer in the KHL, 2-year teammate of Podkolzin. So we're hoping, obviously, that he picks Vancouver. The other big thing, a big trade, Weber for Dadonov. Makes sense for both teams. Montreal gets Dadonov for 1 year at $5 million, gets rid of having to pay Weber. They have some $5 million in cap space that comes off the books after next year. Some say they could have done better. They could have gotten a sweetener from Vegas to take Dadonov off of their hands. Because Vegas gets such a sweet deal. They lose $5 million of cap space this year, Dadonov. Then they get to, that they put Weber on LTIR, but his annual money, his salary, not a salary cap hit, is barely anything compared to his cap hit, which they won't be on the hook for because he's on LTIR. So it was a really, really good deal for Vegas, a decent deal for Montreal. Some were saying that Montreal could have got more from Vegas, but I think they're just happy to get rid of Shea Weber's contract. Okay, let's go. Fangirl, hi Clay, when do you think Hsmfangirl makes his decision on which team to go to? I think he'll take the full week, so I expect by Friday the 24th, a week from now, we will know. Riley, any good food in Sweden? Yeah, I'm sure there is. I mean, I forgot that I was wearing this. I'm sure there is, and I will start to explore that today. Yesterday, it was eating in airports, and then a quick bite of fast food when we got here. But definitely, there's some restaurants that I do want to check out starting today. Mark says, well, good on you. Show more patience than I would have. Thank you, Mark. You know, I'm not perfect for sure. Yeah, far from it. But there's only so much you can do. What good would screaming, yelling, you know, any of that do? Probably nothing, because it's not going to make the bowling balls get here any faster. Everything else, like I said, I can deal with. But, and that's my own stress, my own worry. I feel bad for the Montreal crew, who probably won't get here until Monday during the official practice time, so they might not even get a chance to officially practice, which is tough as well. Fangirl, what did you do on the flight to Sweden? I watched a movie called Kimmy, a brand new movie about like a Siri knockoff, and then I slept a lot and I ate 2 meals on the plane. Young Dakota, I'm glad that you and Jacob made it to Sweden safely. Do you think offer sheeting Kako at $4 million would be worth it? No, I offer sheets rarely work, and I don't think it's worth it because of everything that you have to give up. And the Canucks simply aren't in a place to give up a lot of draft picks, compensatory picks. I don't know, Young Dakota, who might go after him, but that's why it rarely happens. That's why it rarely happens, because you have to give up so much. Hey, Rosario, my new seatmate, nice to see you. Edmund, what new Swedish words did you learn so far? Nothing, but I do have 2 that I'm ready to go with so far. One of them is, where is it here? I want to try them out on you. Who stored a teal? How's your family? Not sure how I'm going to ask that, but yeah. Who stored a teal is how's your family? And jag talar engelska. I speak English. So we'll see if I get to use those. Botch Guy, did you watch SmackDown tonight? Hey, Botch Guy, nice to see you. No, but I heard about Vince McMahon. I heard about Brock Lesnar. I read all about it. I couldn't get it live here, but I did read all about it for sure. Fillmore Wax, any plans to get any Swedish jerseys or merchandise of Canucks players? Probably not. You know, I don't even spend a lot on that when I'm at home. So that's not really my intention, but if I see something that's a good deal, I will. But I'm not going to get something just for the sake of getting something. Tiger, surprised JR and Alvin haven't got you to scout and sign another Swede while you're here. Well, Tiger, that is part of my role here. Is I am supposed to scout the next round of Canucks Swedes for sure. Matt Go, I graduate on the 24th. Awesome, congratulations. Wait, graduate from grade 7, right? Not from grade 12. Matt, remind me, I think you're in grade 7. How long was the flight to Sweden? Vancouver to Toronto was 4.5 hours. Toronto to Copenhagen was 7 hours, and then an hour train ride to Sweden. Lucas, thank you for the $5 donation. By the way, 1 Canadian dollar is 8 Swedish krona. I've learned that too. 1 Canadian dollar is 8 Swedish krona. And, oh, I can't even say that. Icefields Representar, glad you made it there safely. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you for the donation and your support, as always. Yes, Coach Rob, Corey Hirsch did indeed leave Sportsnet to focus on his mental health initiatives. I like Corey a lot. I really do. He's been on my channel. I think he's an okay play-by-play guy. I think he's okay. I don't think he's the best ever. I do appreciate his, his candor and his self-deprecating humor. And I thought him and Batch made a pretty good team. But I'm excited to see what's going on. To see what he focuses on next, for sure. Fangirl, am I excited about the Young Stars tournament? I am. mostly for the fact, more so about that it's happening than seeing our young stars, although that's always nice, but we don't have a lot in the system right now. Jack, no point in offer sheet, because if we do Rangers, which is offer sheet, bester to screw us over, perhaps. Funk you, how long was the flight, and was it direct flight? Yeah, I just answered that, but it was after you asked that. Yeah, 5 hours to Toronto, 7 hours to Copenhagen. Pat, how's the weather and are you jet lagged? Weather's okay. It was nice yesterday. It started to shower. It's very similar to Vancouver weather actually, and I'm not jet lagged actually. I got a chance to sleep on the plane. So sleeping on the plane, my flight Toronto to Copenhagen was basically my Thursday night, if that makes sense. And last night I was in bed by 12:30, got up at 4:30. So I've been up for 2.5 hours, 3 hours already. And when I got up, I had enough rest. And I think I'm more excited, and not stressed, but just kind of wired with this whole bowling ball situation. So by 5 a.m. my time, 8 p.m. your time, I was calling home. They were surprised I was up. And then I decided I'm going to be up. Why not stream? So that's why I'm here right now. Botch Guy is a member. He's an all-star member for sure. And I appreciate that. Mark, which players are the Canucks looking for to have more grit? Yeah, you know, I've vlogged about that. Names that have come up, but it might not necessarily come here, are Andrew Copp, Nick Delorier, Curtis Lazar, guys like that. Young Dakota Clay, what's your typical sleep schedule like? If I was at home, it's kind of bad. I sleep between 1 and 2 a.m., get up at 7. So 5 hours maybe a night. It's not enough. Matt, go grade 7. That's awesome. Harry, I'm great. Hope you are well as well. Coach Rob, congratulations on the grading, Matt. Yeah, Justin, did you hear the Canucks let Chris Brumwell go? They are really restructuring the entire... Yeah, that was a shock, Justin. I'm going to vlog about that, actually, about the Brumwell thing and the Kuzmenko thing. Brumwell was awesome. He was always good to me. When I was sniffing around the director of communications job, he was helpful. So I like Brumwell a lot, but 18 years... yeah, but Rutherford and Alvin are certainly not afraid to put their own stamp on the team, for sure. Oh, that was GLCPC in Sweden. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Lucas. Mark, how far is the Sweden Sedin's hometown from you? Many, many, many hours away. I think it's like 9 or 10 hours away, I think. I looked it up before. It's pretty far. Thoughts on Europe so far? It's fine, man. I didn't like the Copenhagen airport experience, but overall, I've been to Europe 3 times before. I've been to London, England, been to Rome, and I've been to Poland. So I like Europe. I do. How are your thoughts on Kuzmenko? The more I read about him and the fact that he stayed here last and he was posting about it, I'm hopeful. And he can only get about $900,000 to $1 million for his first season, and then after that, because he becomes 27, he becomes a UFA, then he's going to make a lot more. But for this first year, he makes under $1 million. Shannon, I hope you're not keeping anyone awake in the hotel room. Well, not my room, because I'm the only one, and I hope the other person on the other side of this wall is okay. That's why I'm kind of speaking in hushed tones into my new lapel mic. Young Dakota says, no way the Rangers will offer sheet. Besser, Fangirl, do you think Rutherford and Alvin are more focused on the cap situation or the draft? I think they go hand in hand. Fangirl, I think it's not either or, it's both and, quite frankly. Brian, the Oilers gave Kuzmenko a Gretzky signed jersey. The question is, do the Canucks have a signed Bury jersey? I hope so, yes. Hopefully, Kuzmenko will see through, gifts like that. I would say this too, even if the Canucks showered him with something crazy. He's got to think of opportunity, playing time, who he's playing with. So yes, I know McDavid and Draisaitl, that's kind of hard to see past, but Vancouver, Edmonton, come on. And I think Vancouver has got more potential, I really do, despite Edmonton making the Final Four. Hey Jay, how are you? Nice to see you, bro. Carol, Claire, are you going to take lots of pictures when you're there? Yes, and happy birthday. Thank you. It's on Wednesday, but I appreciate that. Should I stream for my birthday too? Maybe I should. Hi Jason. Jarhead, that's a rough travel day. Glad you can laugh about it. You're doing a day trip to Copenhagen. That's right. Either on Tuesday the 21st or Friday the 24th. On one of the days where Jacob isn't bowling, if it's the women bowling, I will do a day trip to Copenhagen for sure. In fact, one of my coworkers' daughters who goes to school with Sean, so picture that, one of my coworkers' daughters goes to school with Sean at UBC, and she's in Copenhagen right now, so I may meet her. But yes, thank you Jarhead. Matt, you've been to England, my favorite country. Did you like England or Italy more? I like both. Italy, obviously, a bit more relevant to my Catholic faith, but I liked England. But I was there for a conference, so I didn't get to see a lot of it. Admittedly, Rome, that was when I got to be part of the Canadian delegation to see Pope Francis. So that was pretty cool. That was experience of a lifetime. I like both. Shannon, getting around by bus? Yep. And vlog, you can do it for your car? Yes. No car vlogs for 2 weeks, so consider yourself lucky. Yes, Riley, I hope the bowling balls show up too. Harry, Kuzmenko signs that. Which pairing would you like to see him put up with? You know, I think you put him in the top 9 for sure. Do you basically replace Pearson in the top 6? I would go Lotto line, Horvat, Kuzmenko, Podkolzin. Why not? No. Sorry, Lotto line, Horvat, Kuzmenko, Garland. Podkolzin, Hoglander on the 3rd line. Who knows? Do you play him with Podkolzin? No, I think you play him with you give him a good chance. So I think you play him with Garland and Horvat, or do you try him with PD and Besser? Oh, so many good things. So many potential options. I have to think about that actually, and I have to watch more tape to see how he plays. Is Miller getting traded, Mark? We're gonna be talking about for the next year. I think it's so tough to say. Haven't heard a lot though right now. Lucas, here's an interesting idea. If Calgary Flames buy ECHL Atlanta, would they rebrand the team as Atlanta Flames? Great question. Great and very possible. Young Decoder, trade Besser and Myers, sign Kopp, move Dermott to right hand, and Puma and carry the team. I'm not sure if any of those things are going to happen. Tiger, thoughts on Alan Walsh calling Lucas Jasek a former Canucks prospect when announcing Jasek won top center in the Finnish league? He's not a former, he was qualified. Yeah, he's been so far off the Canucks radar though. Whether it was a slip of the tongue, intentional, or somewhere in the middle, not a big deal to me. Matt, stream on your birthday? We'll see. Coach Rob says yes, a birthday stream. So, oh man, if that's the case, you know what I might do? Yeah, if I stream on my birthday, I wouldn't do my birthday here because that would be Tuesday night there. I could stream on my birthday there, the Wednesday night, which is my typical Wednesday night stream. Then it spaces out. Then I can do Sunday night, then Canucks After Dark Monday night, and then do my birthday stream Wednesday night. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes for sure. Fangirl, would Jack and Luke Hughes make the team better if we had them both? Of course they would. How would they make the team better? Jack is a offensive dynamo, and Luke, we haven't seen him play pro yet, but he's better than probably almost all of our defensemen. Matt, how long are you in Sweden for? 2 weeks. Come back on June 30th. Thoughts on the Flyers hiring Torts? My biggest surprise, Peter, is that he's basically going to be in the same division as the Rangers. That was my first thought, actually. But I hope it goes well. I actually liked it when the Canucks hired him. I wish it worked out better here, obviously. Justin, do you think the Dadonov-Weber trade helps the Canucks' chances in the division with Vegas losing a solid top 6 scorer, or do you think Vegas will replace him with another piece? Both, Justin. I think, sure, they leave Dadonov, but Vegas is creative, obviously, and they're not afraid to try new things. So I don't think it makes Vegas that much weaker, but I don't think they're going to get a lot stronger either by who they replace. So I didn't really think about the implications on Vancouver, to be honest with you. Peter, if Miller was 26 or 27, would you be okay to give him 8 years at the asking price? He's probably going to ask for after a 99-point season. Yes, but if we think the 99-point season was his peak and not his usual, then I'd still negotiate pretty hard with him. I really would. Jarhead, so you've got a tour guide for Copenhagen. Well, she hasn't said yes yet. Sean has to reach out for me. Are you offering your services, Jarhead? Let me know. Or do you have some tips for me? Hey, Jed, nice to see you. So far, so good. Harry, your thoughts on the Shea Weber getting traded to Vegas and Dadonov trade? Harry, I just talked about that, but it might have been before you. It might have been before, after you asked that question. I think it's good for a great trade for Vegas. I think it's a good trade for Montreal. Peter, I turned 20 on. Happy belated birthday, Peter. That's awesome. Top Shelf, hey Clay, glad you and Jacob made it safe. Thank you, Top Shelf. Nice to see you. Any Father's Day plans? No, actually get to church and then chase down Jacob's bowling balls, I think. I don't think Jacob even remembers it's Father's Day, but we'll see. Jed, who would they play Kuzmenko with? Who's out of the top 6 for him? I think Pearson. Pearson, at his contract, can be he can be a third line guy, and he'd be fine with that. I also think I'm not sure you put Kuzmenko in the top 6 right away. Do you make him earn it? We'll see. But a lot of options for sure. Your thoughts on Bruce Cassidy as new coach for Vegas? Harry, I was so surprised when Boston let Cassidy go. He's a good coach. So, yeah, Vegas not afraid to make changes, like I said. Top shelf. After watching Avs and Lightning, how many players are years away that Canucks can compete at the same level? They're probably 4 to 6 players away, meaning you got to change up the mix. And I'd say at least 2 or 3 years away from that level. Would you extend Besser first or JT Miller? I think you go Besser, because I'm not sure Miller fits in your plans long term, to be honest with you. Thoughts on Florida interviewing Travis Green for head coaching? Oh, I did not know that. Thank you for that, Peter. I did not know that. Lucas says, my condolences if Florida hires Travis Green. And Diaz says, hi. Jed, your prediction for game 2? I think Colorado wins. I don't think it goes to overtime. I'll give my favorite prediction of 4. No, I was going to say 4-2, but I think Tampa's going to score more. Maybe it's 4-3, but not in overtime. Do you think Mike Yeo is a good hire as Scott Walker's replacement? Lots to talk about Yeo. Yeah, I actually like him. I've liked him. I know he kind of spazzes out once in a while, but I do like Mike Yeo. Well, Mark asking the exact same thing. I'd be fine with it. Matt, go. What time did you get to Sweden? 8 p.m. local time after all the flights. Will Barry Trotz be the new head coach for the Jets? He's got connections there, right? I don't know. And someone told me that he was considered for the Flyers job. Is that true? Lucas Clay, do you think it's surprising that Vegas is a high head coach turnover in team's 5-year history? 3 head coaches. It is bad. So have we. We've had 3 head coaches in the past 5 years, though, too. And they're not a very patient franchise. Canucks should draft Geeky. Yeah, I've been reading a lot about him, John. Jed, how pumped is Gmo to boat? He is so pumped. He's vlogging. He's probably he's going to be the pulse, the emotional heartbeat of the team. We just got to get his bowling balls now. Fangirl, if Boudreau was hired sooner, do you think Canucks could have made the playoffs? Yes. Not guaranteed, but close, for sure. DSS, who is going to be on the Canucks next year? Almost the entire team. Some not sure about Brandon Sutter. Halak was a free agent. He'll be gone. Not sure about Brad Hunt. But most of the guys will be back. Most of at least the important players will be back. Peter, what have you ate so far in Sweden? Just McDonald's, because we had a late night. Gonna eat better now. Actually, I'm gonna go to a buffet breakfast in about 5 minutes when I'm done. Shannon, if Jacob forgot about Father's Day while you're in Sweden, do not worry. I just asked Google when Father's Day is in Sweden as November 13th. Shannon, excellent call. John, 6,4 stud. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, he's a 6'4" stud. That's what you're saying. Geeky. Harry, what are you looking forward to? The NHL draft, free agency? Probably free agency a bit more because the Canucks don't draft that high. Jarhead, if you only have one day in Copenhagen, I would do the hop-on, hop-off tour bus and visit the major attractions en route. Okay, awesome. Great suggestion. Thank you. Lucas, Vancouver has been around much longer than Vegas, having 3 and 5. Yeah, not the best look. Young Dakota, what is the most important item of business for the Canucks this offseason? Signing Brock Besser to a new contract, figuring out what you're doing with JT Miller. The Jets offered Trotz a lifetime supply of beer. I didn't know that, Mark. DSS, where are you filming at your house in Vancouver? No, DSS, I'm in Sweden right now. Fangirl, what went wrong Game 7 Stanley Cup Finals for 2011 for Vancouver? They were missing Dan Hamhuis. That was big. And they were too beat up. Kessler was beat up. And Boston just played better. They played better. Young Dakota, what do you think Miller's next contract will look like? If it's with us, I don't think you go more than 5 or 6 years with them. And somehow keep it $9 million or less, somehow. Sidhu, is Richardson coming back next season? I doubt it. He was a UFA. Harry, your thoughts on the FIFA World Cup in Vancouver? I think it's great. I think it's great that they got into the mix again and they got awarded with a few games. Thank you, Steve. We are here safely. Peter, if Markstrom didn't get hurt, do you think Canucks would have pushed Vegas to 7, considering how Demko played amazing? Yeah, I'd like to think that Markstrom could have backstopped the team to that same result. Justin, assuming Bo, Besser, PD, Garland, Miller, Pod stays, and our top 6 now, how does our bottom 6 look if Kuzmenko signed with us? I think you go, you don't go Chase or Lockwood. I think you could go Dickinson between Pearson and Hoglander, and then you could go Lamico between Highmore and Lockwood. So maybe Lockwood does make the team. Lucas, here's a hot take. The Devils should relocate. Yeah, there is an oversaturation, but that is a big area, big media, a big market. DSS, I'm in Sweden because Jacob is bowling in a World Junior Championships. Young Dakota will chase on return next season. I doubt it. Harry, would you say we are a playoff contender for next season or still work to do? I think it's both and. Still work to do, but I think we should make the playoffs, or we at least be fighting to. Fangirl, do you think Besser signs back before the qualifier kicks in or after? I think they're going to work something out before. I just have a feeling. Jed, are you interested in any of the UFAs this year? Yeah, maybe on a right shot D guy, but there aren't a lot of them out there. Riley says, nice shirt, thank you. DSS, what time is it in Sweden? It is coming up on, it's 7:42 a.m. Lucas says, move the Arizona Coyotes to Houston, move the New Jersey Devils to Quebec. Boom, done. Very efficient. Harry, what improvements will the Canucks need in order to make the playoffs, defense or offense? I think if you had to pick one, it's defense over offense, but you can still get deeper on offense. Well, hey friends, I'm going to wrap up the next 2 or 3 minutes. Don't worry, no Gordo, no Ordo, no Wordle, but I do have a dad joke for you. So any last thoughts, maybe no more questions, maybe just any, if you want to send me any parting words, I'll read them in the chat for the next 2 minutes. Probably won't answer any questions, some more comments or whatever. Shannon, you should have taken all the Vancouver Canucks shirts and stuff to wear. Well, I do have 4, I brought 4 Canucks shirts to wear, for sure. Young Dakota, maybe we could get Anton Strawman, only if he's cheap, he's getting old. Is it Saturday? Yes, it's Saturday morning, DSS. If Vancouver drafted Canuck over Ulevi, would we be better off? Fangirl, you know the answer to that. Of course we'd be better off. Look at what Matthew Canuck is doing, and look what Ulevi has not done. Lucas, best of luck to Jacob, make Canada proud. Thank you, Lucas. Harry, have you bumped into any Swedish hockey players? No, and I don't know if I'd even recognize them, quite frankly. Favorite Canuck Swede? Currently, I like PD. Favorite all time, I think Henrik. Coach Rob, have a great message. Have a great time. Justin, a lot of talk about JRLV and the Canucks' history of Swedes. Do you think a big splash for Forsberg is a possibility? If we have to move one of our top 6, I'm all in on Philip Forsberg, but he's in for a big raise though too. He had an outstanding season. But great point about the JR and especially Alvin being a Swede. Young Dakota, good luck, Jacob. Thank you. DSS says bye. Sam, Fangirl, I've always been thinking that through. Yeah, me too, about Ulevi over Tkachuk. Jed, go Jimu, go. Make Canada proud. Coach Rob, thanks for the stream. Best wishes rest of the trip to you and Jake. Thank you, Justin. Harry, have a great time. Can't wait for you to go back. It's raining now. Can't wait for you go get back. Oh, thank you, Harry. It's raining now. And let's go Jimu, cheering you from Northern BC. Well, hey, friends, I will wrap it there. Thanks very much for being here. I really appreciate all of you. This impromptu stream, I was up early, so I'm going to go down and get some breakfast now. If you want to follow a lot of my Sweden trip, you guys know I rebranded my Instagram to Fun Faithful Fam, but I'll be posting stories and reels and pictures there. So but I'll do a bit on my Twitter at Canuck Clay. But if you want to follow more of the Sweden trip, follow me on Instagram at Fun Faithful Fam. Next live stream Sunday night, and then I'll probably do Monday night with Canucks After Dark with Parker, and then Wednesday night for my birthday. So look for those throughout this week. And before you go, like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I appreciate all of you. You can always leave a donation or a super thanks, a tip on any of my videos, and you can always consider becoming a member of the CCC Crew. We have wonderful people that donate not only their time but a bit of finances as well to help support the channel, and I appreciate all of you. But mostly I appreciate you for being here with me tonight on this impromptu Friday night. I hope you guys have a great rest of the night, a great rest of the weekend, and yes, subscribe, like, donate, comment, all those things. Thank you, sponsors. Thank you, moderators. And thanks to all of you for being here tonight. Okay, so as always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And thank you for putting up with me with my pretty simple setup. And it was weird. Someone just called me before I got on the stream. Someone called my phone, my cell phone, sneezed, and then hung up without saying anything. I tell you, I'm getting sick and tired of these cold calls. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.